तुझसे आके किस्मत है गले मिलने वाली, है गले मिलने वाली, है गले मिलने वाली। I got the rush, I got the rhyme, I got the hot teeth by my side, I got the moves and I got game. You can get close.
Very happy to interview you here by the Nile.
Thank you.
You've sent the Egyptians one message maybe 3 weeks ago. It was a video message. Actually, most of the people could feel the warmth and it was a sincere message, not just a PR message. Did we get it right?
It's very difficult to not be emotional. Every time you come to Egypt, come to Cairo, I have very, very fond memories. And everything that I say comes from the heart. So I just express my gratitude and my love. It was an amazing experience when I came in 1991 for the Cairo Film Festival. And I never expected anyone to know about me or know my films or know my cinema. But it was just amazing, and it's something that I'll never forget my entire life.
Tell me more about this moment. Yani, you're a star, big star in your country, and visiting another country in a movie festival. What was the first shock?
Well, actually, in the plane when I was coming in, there was an Arabic paper, and it carried my photograph, and I was wondering how can it carry my photograph, because they don't know me. And then they told me that there's a film of mine that was running here called Mard, and everyone was waiting for you, so I was very surprised. I had come in 1975 to shoot a film, The Great Gambler, and at that time nobody knew anything about cinema, Hindi cinema particularly. Everyone knew Nehru, knew Nasser, but nothing about cinema. But then in 1991, it was quite surprising, amazing, absolutely extraordinary experience. Never experienced anything like this before.
Do you have an explanation? We do have our own explanation, but why do you think?
You know, how can I explain? It's very difficult to explain. I just, you know, thank the people of Egypt for their love and for their affection. And I said some time earlier that every time I'm depressed or I'm a little worried in life, I put on the tape of my visit to Cairo. It just brings me up.
Oh, this is, I'm very happy to hear that. Actually, Egyptians really happy to have you here again and again.
Thank you.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. रूप तेरा सोना सोनी तेरी पायल
क्या मैं बोलूं
सुन
सुना
आती क्या खंडाला
क्या करूं आंखें में खंडाला
अरे घूमेंगे फिरेंगे नाचेंगे गाएंगे घूमेंगे फिरेंगे नाचेंगे
सुन के तेरी बातें सोने यार वे माही मैनू तेरे नाल प्यार वे हाय मैं मर जावा दिल जानिए हाय मैं मर जावा
Everybody shabak shabak Magia say shabak shabak Magia say shabak shabak Magia say shabak shabak Yeah!
Your movies, like there are generations who just love those movies. They recite, they sing by heart your songs, and sometimes try to imitate your dances. But this fantasy that you did and you created inside of the hearts of millions, how do you explain that people just adored those films in that era?
You know, people go to see entertainment, and when they see an image on a very large screen, 70 screen, we are larger than life. We do larger than life acts, whether it is music or dance or action or drama. These are stories that people identify with, and suddenly you become almost a hero, a heroic act in their lives, and then they identify with you. And I guess that's the closest that one can come to an explanation of why people love actors who work on screen, on stage. Somewhere there is a connect with their life, their story, their feelings, their emotions, their music, their dance. And I guess we are very fortunate to have them.
You know, here in Egypt, we have like an expression. If someone would tell me a story, unbelievable story, has circumstances that doesn't fit, we would say, are you telling me a film Hindi? Are you saying, narrating an Indian film? That have become an expression to express any kind of exaggeration, you know.
Yeah.
Do you have this terminology in
Yeah,
India?
it's, you know, it's a fantasy. Film is a fantasy, it's an image. There is no, there is one-dimensional image. And the stories that we build around them are meant to entertain. I always used to ask my father what he found in cinema that was so entertaining, particularly Hindi cinema. And he used to tell me that we get poetic justice in 3 hours. You and me will not get poetic justice in a lifetime, maybe several lifetimes. But you know, there is a beginning, there is a middle, there is an end. There is good prevailing over evil. There is relationship, particularly in our culture, and I'm sure that it is in your culture as well.
Yes, but here
The
in
family
sorry.
relationship, you know, respect towards parents, towards fathers, mothers, brothers, sisters, all this is a very strong emotion.
Yes, but here we connect between this fantasy and the Indian films, not only, you know, a person or Mr. Amitabh himself would kill 50 people with one punch, a crocodile might eat you and then you come alive again, you know, this kind of fantasy. By the way, which is the most, the scene that you, unforgettable for you because it was not logical at all, but you love it?
Oh gosh. There will be many scenes like this because cinema itself is sometimes, you know, is fantasized. It's make-believe, and sometimes, you know, you see things which are unbelievable in all kinds of films. You know, there's Superman, there's Spider-Man. They're all unbelievable things.
Yes.
We haven't gotten to that stage as yet, but some of the deeds that we do, yes, we have to make them look heroic.
Yes.
The hero has to do something good, something brave to win the leading lady, and that's what you get to see. Fighting a tiger, fighting a crocodile, jumping from the roof. In my time, we didn't have so many safety equipments.
Yeah.
Now, of course, you have wires and you can take precautions, but in my time there was no precaution. So we actually used to jump, we used to get hurt. Now, of course, there are many security precautions. You get wired and you can drop any amount of height. But yes, these are some of the stunts that we had to do. I always wanted to do my stunts myself because I felt that somebody else is going to do it for me and he's going to get hurt. I didn't like that. So I used to do as many stunts as I could myself.
But one time you almost paid your life
Yeah, yeah,
for action.
yeah.
That was a punch or a disc or something?
Yeah, it was an action sequence, and it was in the film Coolie.
Coolie.
Yeah.
You hate, by the way, this film, or you love it? It's a film,
No, no, I love every film that I make.
but it was a film almost killed you.
That's okay. But I
Life
have
is
to say
precious.
that it was the prayers and the du'as and the good wishes of all my well-wishers who prayed for me in temples and mosques and churches. And I believe that if I'm sitting in front of you, it is because of those prayers.
Your country is not only big and huge, it's a multilingual country, multi-religious country.
Yeah.
How come all these people from different religions, different language, speaking different languages, would sit in the cinema in front of Amitabh Bachchan, and they all of them love you?
Yeah.
I'm really,
It's not just me. It's the concept of cinema. When you sit inside a cinema hall, it's dark. You never ask when you're standing in the queue to buy your ticket whether the person sitting next to you is a Muslim or a Hindu or a Christian, or what his color is, or what his caste is, or what his creed is. But you always enjoy the same film. You laugh at the same jokes, you sing the same songs, you cry at the same emotion. I don't think that there's any other institution in the world today that can claim this kind of integration, people coming together in one roof, under one roof. And that is the beauty of cinema. And cinema integrates people. It does not separate them. Language is not a problem in cinema. Cinema doesn't need a language. I can see an Arabic film and I will know the emotion. I may not be able to catch the lines, but at least you enjoy the emotion, you enjoy what is going on. You don't need to understand the language. Cinema has its language of its own.
no one asks, is Amitabh from this
It's
religion?
not just me, it is any star.
You're a special case.
No, no, no.
No, you're, yani, don't be
anyone that is identified and liked in cinema is loved by everybody. There is no caste, creed, or color, or religion that comes in between. Look at our country now. I mean, the three biggest stars are Muslim stars. You have Shah Rukh Khan, you have Salman Khan, you have Amir Khan. They are leading, they are the biggest stars in the country today. So people love them. They don't believe in caste or creed or religion. They like them because of what they do on screen, what they do on cinema. So it's not just me, it's everybody.
Mentioning those big stars, Indian big stars, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, yes, he's an icon. He's a legendary actor, not only in his country, but in the region or in the world. He did not lose this kind of word communication with the new big stars or young stars in India. I've seen this kind of, you were on stage, and Shahid Kapoor and Shah Rukh Khan, and you were just laughing and teaching them a certain type of dance, a weird type of dance. You remember the scene?
That's from my film Pa. I don't know if you've seen that film.
Yes.
So it was just a little moment. There was an award ceremony, I think, and they wanted me to do that step that I do in the film, which the little boy does. So it was just fun.
Samiji and Abhishek. ये हमने किसी और को यहाँ पर आने दिया, सॉरी उस गुस्ताखी के लिए माफी चाहते हैं आप प्लीज।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आप दोनों का कि आप दोनों ही समझ गए ना मैं क्या कहना चाहता हूं।
आगे कुछ मैं एक रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहता हूँ, एक गुजारिश है आपसे और हाथ जोड़ के गुजारिश करता हूँ सर कि प्लीज अगर आप पा फिल्म में से सबके लिए, हम सबके लिए, मेरे लिए अगर आप औरों वाला डांस कर लें सर। नहीं नहीं सर प्लीज, मैं आपको बताता हूँ क्यों सर, क्या है नहीं है हम सबको अपना बेटा समझते हैं, क्यों अमित जी?
जी हाँ,
थैंक यू सर।
करना पड़ेगा
सर बिल्कुल करना पड़ेगा सर, अब तो बेटा बोला है, आप आगे आए और हम आपके साथ पा का डांस करेंगे। मैं माइक पकड़ूं?
मैं तभी करूंगा आप सब लोग करें।
हम आपके साथ हैं सर।
जी जी, बीच में खड़े रहिए।
हाँ सर, मैं तो आगे से पूरा फोटोग्राफ कर रहा हूँ।
कुछ संगीत बजेगा?
فاصل ونرجع تاني.
I never went to any school.
You have a very good singing voice.
I can't sing. I don't know how to sing.
My name is Anthony Gonzalez.
This is not your voice.
No?
Ah.
You have to feel their hand and you make images on it.
But did you get money?
No, did it for friendship. Yeah, that was a little disappointing.
This is exclusive.
I was the anchor for KBC, which was, Who Wants to Be a
You're a
Millionaire.
millionaire, yes.
Was of
So
the
you're
impact.
aliens by mistake.
पग घुंघरू बांध मीरा नाची थी और हम नाचे बिन घुंघरू के।
चाल नई और ताल नया, दिखलाता हूँ कमाल नया।
लाखों यहाँ दिल वाले हैं, कुछ गोरे हैं कुछ काले हैं, कोई नहीं हमसे बढ़ के, सबसे जुदा हम निराले।
Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, very big, important part in the Indian films and your films is dancing. I was wondering, are you, all the actors in India do dance or they are talented or you get lots of training? Tell me about yourself.
Oh gosh, I don't know how to dance and I still don't know how to dance. But
No way.
I never trained. But there are dance directors on the set who you spend time with and they teach you. But that is in my time. Now, the younger generation, they are so good. They are brilliant. They are trained. They go to acting schools. They go to dance schools. They build their body. They are perfect. And they are exceptional. Every one of the young generation that you see, they're all very well equipped and trained to handle any kind of role. So I'm very envious of them because I never went to any school.
But you're a very good dancer. How come?
No,
you
I'm
say-
not a good dancer. No,
बॉडी तो बनती है और बॉडी तो बनती है।
अखियों के लड़ गए पैंचे लड़ गए वे ठीक लगा के झूम 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 बराबर झूम बराबर झूम बराबर झूम
सोना सोना दिल मेरा सोना
like this boom biddy boom biddy biddy boom boom biddy boom biddy boom boom.
Now,
You've danced at least 150 dances, maybe.
no, but that's with a lot of problems. But no, but the younger generation is really very good. They're all trained in dance schools. They go to action, directors, spend time with them, how to do proper action. They go to acting schools. And that is why in their very first film, they are so good. And I have great admiration for them. Because in their very first film, they are absolutely perfect.
So you get, for the dances in your movies, you got heavy training for the dances?
Yes, we have to. Sometimes we practice. There are a lot of actors who are very good, who are very natural. So the moment they hear the song and the camera starts, they start and they do what the choreographer has asked them to do. But for me, I require a lot of time.
Oh, this is very strange for me, because you seem very, graceful and when you dance. Okay. What about singing? You have a very good singing voice.
Oh gosh, all these are not my traits. I don't know how to sing. I'm not a singer. Sometimes, there is a sequence in a film where they say, it must, the singing must come in your voice. So please try to, do it because the situation demands that. So I'm a bad singer. But now, you have wonderful machines which put you in tune. You can sing off tune at all, and you have these machines which is called an auto tuner, and they feed your voice into that, and it puts you in tune. So they use a lot of that with me.
Mr. Amitabh, I don't know if you're just being humble and modest.
No, seriously, I can't sing. I don't know how to sing. It's just that there are one or two songs which are very almost suiting the occasion, whether it is a holy song, which is one of our festivals, or it is some song to be sung at weddings and things like that, which is more celebratory rather than, the technicalities of singing, I don't know.
There's a song that most of Egyptians, they know, my name is Anthony Gonzalez.
Yeah, but that is not sung by me.
This is not your voice?
No.
Ah.
My name is Anthony Gonzalez. Gonzalez? Right. My name is Anthony Gonzalez. मैं दुनिया में अकेला हूँ, दिल भी है खाली, घर भी है खाली, इसमें रहेगी कोई किस्मत वाली, आए जिसे मेरी याद आए जब चाहे चली आए, जिसे मेरी याद आए जब चाहे चली आए, रूप महल प्रेम गली खोली नंबर 420. Excuse me, please.
But do you love this song like Egyptians, or it's an ordinary song?
No, it's a very good song.
My name is Anthony Gonzalez. Right, मैं दुनिया में अकेला हूँ, दिल भी है खाली, घर भी है खाली, इसमें रहेगी कोई किस्मत वाली, और जिसे मेरी याद आए जब चाहे चली आए, जिसे मेरी याद आए जब चाहे चली आए, रूप महल प्रेम गली खोली नंबर 420.
Excuse me, please.
Oh yes, Anthony Gonzalez.
I've seen your movie Black many times.
Yeah.
And it's an amazing film with amazing acting. Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, I think your history has a landmark called Black.
Yeah.
Please tell me about your role in this movie, because your acting was more than amazing.
Yeah, Sanjay Leela Bhansali, who's the director and producer of the film, he designed this film and designed the story. It's about a young girl who's born deaf and dumb. She can't hear, She can't speak. And there is a professor, which is me, who teaches students who are deaf and blind and dumb how to communicate.
Someone new, a new body. You like my glasses, don't you? Well, you can have them. Here. Here you go. Happy? Teacher. Teacher.
Mr. Sahai, she understands.
नहीं वो सिर्फ नकल कर रही but she's a good girl. Yes. What's she doing?
ये इशारा मुझे बुलाने के लिए for mother.
The language that such people have, we don't call them handicapped, we call them differently abled people. It's very difficult to communicate. So you have to feel their hand and you make images on it. And those are the letters. And then they understand. And then they reply by holding your hand and putting things on it.
Your sign language was really perfect.
Yeah, we spent about 3 months.
3 months.
Training for the sign language. And then we had a tutor, a girl who herself is, differently abled. She could not speak and hear. She could see. And she used to teach us on the set. So if there was a difficult moment, she would tell us and then we would imitate her and do it. So Rani Mukherjee, who played the little girl and grown up, she spent almost 6 months learning the language. I had to go through training periods. I also had Alzheimer's in the film.
Yes.
So Sanjay Leela put me through various books to read on what Alzheimer's is, how it can be affects people. We had visuals. We actually visited some patients who were Alzheimer patients, just to know how they behave. So a lot of research went into that film.
And a lot of great acting was in this movie.
When the story is good and when the writing is good and when the director is good, you do what they say.
The Great Gatsby. You had this very special appearing in a Hollywood movie, in an Oscar-winning movie. Tell me about this experience. We loved it.
Yes, absolutely. Actually, I have a measurement in my hand.
My boy!
My.
Smells so good. Look at it.
Look at you, Mr. Carraway. This is my good friend, Mr. Maya Wolfshot.
A wonderful pleasure, Mr. Carraway.
My pleasure.
I know all about you.
I see.
Yes, Mr. Gatsby's always talking about you. Tell Walter Chase. He keeps his mouth shut or he doesn't get a penny.
We'll talk about that later.
Eyeballs, Mr. Gatsby.
Eyeballs it is.
All right.
Take care of my friend.
You want it?
Get decadence. Ill reverence. See these fists? He's the next heavyweight champion.
Pay my respects to you.
Tell me about the experience.
Baz Luhrmann, who is the director of the film, he was touring India in a personal capacity. He was on a motorcycle. He was going all over India. And one fine day, he called my office and said he wanted to see me. So he came over. He was traveling with a friend of his who was a painter, and he brought some paintings for me. We never talked about Gatsby, nothing. He just came, he talked about India, he talked about, he's very fond of India, he loves India, he's been to India many times, and a lot of his earlier films had music which was from Indian film. Moulin Rouge that he made had a song which was from a
he had
Hindi
some
film.
Indian touch
Yes,
in
yeah. So then he went away, and almost a year after that his office called and said he's making Great Gatsby, he wants me to play a small part in it. So I just did it as a friendly gesture, not as a career step or anything like that. It was just one small scene. Just did it for friendship.
Oh, I thought that was a project that maybe it's a dream for any actor to have a role in Hollywood. It
No,
was totally
just
different.
Just a friendly gesture to Baz Luhrmann.
But did you get money?
No, I didn't ask for money.
And they did not offer?
They did, but I said I don't want to take.
This is exclusive. Oh, I love this. So your role in Great Gatsby, the Oscar winning, it was just a friendly jest that you did not get a penny for it.
Yeah.
So you're not planning to go to Hollywood again?
No, one doesn't. I'm okay doing Hindi cinema. I don't think we fit into their culture. Even if they design something, it'll have limitations. We're very happy doing what we're doing. But yes, if an offer comes which is exciting and good and somebody wants me, yes, we'll have a look at it.
There's a movie that the whole world watched and loved, and it won some Oscars. You did not act in it, but you were in it. Slumdog Millionaire.
Ah, yes, yes.
Yes, you did not act, but you were there in the questions. You were there in the dream of the little boy.
Who was a star in the 1973 hit film Sanjeev?
Amitabh? Amitabh Bachchan?
Tell me about this movie, and did anyone ask you to act and you maybe refused?
No, they didn't ask me to act, but they said that they wanted to use a clip of one of my films in the film. So they said, do you have any objection? I said, no, that's fine. You can ask the producer for that clip. So there was a clip of a film of mine called Ram Balram. They wanted to use a clip of that, so that's it. But other than that, because I was actually hosting, I was the anchor for KBC, which was, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Millionaire, yes.
So it was designed around that game show. And so they needed to just ask me whether I can give that clip. But it was very intelligently made, the film.
After you watched the movie, what was your feedback?
As an Indian, I felt a little disappointed, because only the negative sides, the poverty, and that was stressed on more. Yes, it was, those things exist, we cannot deny that. But I think that image of the country for the world, I didn't like that. There is a lot more beautiful things in the country also, but because the story was designed around that, they had to show it. So it was very well made, and it did extremely well overseas. I don't think it did as well in India as it did overseas. Yeah.
This is interesting. In Egypt here, people just liked it, and So you were very good presented in the movie. The movie won many Oscars, but the feeling that India was not in its best shape in the movie.
Yeah, that was a little disappointing.
Mr. Amitabh, having so many stars in one house, is this something really interesting or boring? I mean, your wife, your son, your daughter-in-law, Ashwarya, the beautiful Ashwarya Ray. Is it really nice to have all these celebrities at one home, or it's really dull and boring?
No, it's very nice.
Is it?
Yes, it's wonderful. We actually have 5 celebrities.
Yes.
My father also. My father is an eminent poet. Of course, he's passed away now. But he's a great literature, his poetry, his prose and writer, so he was equally famous. And I can try for the rest of my life or for many generations, but I will never be able to match his popularity or his intellect. But yes, it's wonderful to have Jaya and Abhishek and Aishwarya in the family, and we are all connected to the films. It's not as though we are talking 24 hours about cinema. When we sit at the dining table, we talk of many things. It's not always cinema. But yes, we do share thoughts. What films you're doing, what is the story, who's making it. We go and see each other's films. We pass comment on it. But that's about it. We're not obsessed by the fact that all of us are in cinema.
Back to Cairo. Yesterday, you were saying that there are, in your opinion, there are like a similarity or connection between Egypt and India.
Yeah.
And you cleverly mentioned some points. I really liked what you said. And I want my audience to see how Amitabh Bachchan see the similarity or the connection between Egypt and India.
Well, firstly, there's thousands of years of history. You have a civilization which is almost 5,000 years old. It is perhaps the oldest civilization in the entire world. India too has a very old civilization. There's a lot of similarity in symbols that exist both in Egypt and in India. Both our civilizations have revered the river. You have revered the river Nile, we have revered the river Ganges, and both of us have been very spiritual about the river, almost. You know, it's almost like a source of spirituality for us. We've had trade for so many years, even before.
We have an additional connection. I'm not sure that you know about it or not. The Nile that is just flowing here beside us. The ashes of Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi, flow in the Nile.
Yes, yes.
And this kind of connection, not many Egyptians and Indians, they do not know that his ashes were sprinkled
there
in the Nile.
Yes. Also the fact that both our countries, our modern leaders, they fought against colonization almost at the same time. And there's always been a great political connect also from the time of Nasser and from the time of Nehru and their ideologies of non-alignment. So there's always been a great connection, and this friendship is born out of a deep understanding, I feel. I don't know if this is true, but geologically, millions and millions of years ago, some of the geologists say that India was actually part of Africa connected to Egypt. And it broke away, that whole landmass, it broke away and joined Asia. That's how the Himalayan mountains came up, because of the impact.
So you're aliens by mistake.
But you know, I don't know whether it's true or not, but a lot of people say that actually this huge landmass.
It's not true, this connection is really happening. It's there.
Oh, yes, it's
there. Mr. Amitabh, unfortunately, your schedule is very busy. Next time, maybe the interview would be by the Bengal River.
Okay.
It's called Bengal, not by the Nile River. It's very lovely and very great to meet such an actor who could steal and is still stealing the hearts of the Indians and of the Arabs and of many nations in the world. The big B, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.